Hello. In this short video, I'm going to walk you through each step of uploading a video onto YouTube. Now, I'm going to assume that you've just started or you're thinking of starting your own channel. You're a beginner. You're basically a noob. You don't know what you're doing. But don't worry, I'm going to walk you through each and every step. Now, I'm going to assume that you've got a Google account and you've set up your YouTube channel and you're happy with your channel name and all of that kind of stuff. I'm using Google Chrome on a Windows 10 desktop. Head into YouTube Studio, click on Create, and upload videos. Now you can't really go wrong here. I'm going to drag a video file into here. And now the ball is rolling. Now YouTube Studio has cleverly auto-generated a title for me based upon the file name of my video. I'm going to pretend that I'm happy with this title, but if you're not, you can hover over this question mark here and it will give you a little bit of advice and a link to learn some more information. However, what I recommend you do is you check out channels such as vidIQ, TubeBuddy and Think Media, to name but a few, who have hundreds of detailed videos on best practices for your titles and video descriptions and how to rank better in search results and get more views and all of that kind of stuff. Definitely check those guys out because they can explain this side of things a lot better than I can. And the same applies for thumbnails. There's so many videos and online articles out there on best practices for making your own thumbnails and how to get all of those viewers' eyes on your video. I'm just going to drag a thumbnail that I made earlier. So now that you've done the title, description and thumbnail, arguably the three most important aspects of your video, we can move on. Now this is an opportunity for you to add your video to a new or existing playlist, but bearing in mind this is your first ever video, I'm going to skip over this section and head down to audience. Now please make sure you read this section in full and learn more via the link if necessary, because a lot of people get confused and misled and wrongly assume that if they click yes, it's made for kids, then it's going to reach a wider audience and result in more views. Please select the correct box applicable for your content. That's not what this is designed for. Therefore, I'm going to click no. It's not made for kids. Age restriction is hidden by default, but if you open it up, it defaults to no, don't restrict my video to viewers over 18 only, which in essence means it will be played to anyone and everyone depending on their parental controls. With regards to paid promotion, I'm not selling anything or advertising anything in my videos, so I always leave this unchecked. With regards to altered content, this basically means have you used AI to generate anything within your video? And me, no, I haven't. If you have, then you might want to click yes. With regards to automatic chapters, featured places and automatic concepts, these are all turned on by default, but it's all down to personal preference and the kind of content you create. Personally speaking, I make a lot of music reaction videos, so these things aren't really relevant, so I generally have them all turned off. I could talk forever about tags, but thankfully for you, I'm not going to. I believe they were more prevalent in the past, but in the last few years, I mean, it says in the description itself, they play a minimal role outside of correcting common spelling mistakes. Please trust me on this, because as opposed to fretting and stressing about which keywords and tags you should use to utilize all 500 characters here, you are much better spending your hard-earned time making a great title, description, thumbnail, and more importantly, great content. So nowadays I leave this bad boy blank. I actually think it will be discontinued or removed by YouTube at some point in the future. With regards to language and caption certification for video language, I think that's self-explanatory. I'm going to click English United Kingdom because that's the language I recorded it in. With regards to caption certification, I always leave this at none, but you can obviously hover over this question mark if you want to know some further detail. Recording date and location, I tend to put the date the video was recorded in there just for my own reference so I can scan through videos in the future. Video location, you can put that in if you want to. I leave it as none. For license, there's a hyperlink you can click on to learn more about this, but I keep mine as standard YouTube license. For allow embedding, this means by having this box ticked, users can embed your video onto their own websites. Now, I know that this is potentially your first ever video, but as your channel inevitably grows and you get millions and millions of subscribers, you're going to want to tick this little box here, because when you release a new video, you want it to appear in their subscription feed. You want them to get that notification notification bell. Now this option is entirely up to you whether you want to allow other random users to reuse and remix your content for YouTube Shorts. I'm just going to leave it as allow video and audio remixing here. For category, don't stress out too much if your video doesn't fit one of these options 100%, because it's more about the title and the description and the content itself. My video is a how-to video, so I'm going to select that one there. For comments and ratings, it's entirely personal preference about how much control and ownership and moderation you want to put in place here. You could turn off comments altogether if you want, and you can see the different bandings here. Personally speaking, I have mine on basic, and that tends to just filter out if people are getting a little bit sweary. You can also choose how to sort your comments by default, top or newest. And finally, you can also click this button so that viewers can see how many likes it's generated. On the next page is where you can add all the various video elements like subtitles and end screens and cards, which is really cool. I just recommend you experiment with this stuff and apply what's relevant to your video and your niche. On this next page is where Google apply all of their checks to ensure there's no copyright issues. I've basically recorded a video of me in my bathroom cutting my own hair, so I've got nothing to worry about here. And on this final page is when you set up the visibility, whether you want it to be private, unlisted, immediately public, or you can schedule it in advance, which is what I tend to do in a lot of my videos. For this particular video, I'm going to make it unlisted because I don't want to put it out into the world just yet. And then I'm going to click save, and that is it. You've just published your first ever YouTube video. Well done, you. Pat yourself on the back, grab yourself a drink. It wasn't that scary, was it? All of those boxes and drop downs and things to fill in. It's easy. You smashed it. So now I've got a special bonus tip for you, because I'm a nice guy and I want to help you out and make your life easier. So if you head over to settings and upload defaults, guess what you can do here? As time progresses and you publish more and more videos, you might touch upon a niche or have a constant format and trend to your title, description, tags and all of that kind of stuff, and it can be really tedious typing all of that stuff in over and over again and clicking all the same boxes and drop downs. So this just gives you an opportunity to set all of that stuff up in advance. For example, you might want to chuck all of your social media sites and links in the description. You might want to change your default visibility to unlisted, which I think is a very good idea, to be honest with you. You might want to put all of your tags in here, even though I told you not to use them. And in the advanced settings, there's the option to set your default licenses, languages, the category, which we touched upon earlier, if you want comments on and off and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely take advantage of this one. If this video has helped you in any way whatsoever, please hit that like button so that the algorithm recognizes how awesome this video is. And if you've got any questions, just reach out to me in the comments and I'll be sure to reply. Thank you so much for watching. Look after yourselves. Hopefully I'll see you very soon. Bye for now, people.